Good morning, beautiful children of China. It's your teacher, Timothy. Get the cobwebs out of your mind. It's time to learn something new. Just me and you. And of course, George. Hey, George, say hi to all the children that are watching in China. You'll stand right here, okay, George? Now, maybe you can hear. Maybe you can hear. Listen very closely. It's raining here, and I'm sitting outside under a nice, dry rooftop. But it's raining around me here. It's beautiful. I love the rain. It's a beautiful morning in Minnesota, in the United States of America. And all of the animals, well, I can hear a few birds, but mostly all the animals are hiding because of the rain. They stay dry, and they wait for the rain to end. And the earth is very happy because it's drinking the rain right up, and it helps the earth so much. Well, we're going to talk about writing today. One thing I'd like to do is to light our candle. Now remember, always have a grown-up around if you're going to light a match. Your mom or your dad, your neighbor, your grandma, your grandpa, an uncle or an aunt, someone to help you, because this can be dangerous. The reason I do it is because it's beautiful, and we are very, very safe and careful. Oh, that one did not work. Let's do another one. Here we go. There we go. I hope that stays now, because it's so beautiful on this rainy day. On a rainy day, it's so nice to have a little bit of fire, a little candle. Okay, well, let's talk today about writing. We're going to talk about writing, a few different ideas of writing, about writing. We're going to go through a few rules of writing, a few things that it's just important to learn about writing. And we're going to start with the end of the process. We're going to start with talking about writing a final draft. A final draft is when you've been writing and you have decided on a topic, and you have written about that topic, and you showed it to some friends, and you've made it a little bit better, and now you're ready to make sure that this is the one that's going to look best. It's the one that's going to be published. Published means that you send it out to your friends, you send it out on the internet, or you send it to your teacher, or whoever it is. It's all done when you're published. So we're going to talk about that final phase, and then after that, we're going to talk about a few writing rules. It'll bring up a few writing rules, okay? So this should be fun. George, are you listening now? We have our candle, and we're going to talk about writing. So read with me, okay, as we go through this lesson. Read with me some of the words, and we will discuss this together. I'm going to make this smaller now, George. Right there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there, much better. Now you can really see what's happening. Now you can really see what's happening. Let's get things just so I can see what's happening. So we're here at the end, and here we have the word publish. Publish. There's the word publish. That's that thing of putting it out there. Now you're finally done to make your final copy. Let's read this one together. Ready? Try to read a little bit ahead of me. When you publish, you make a neat final copy of your writing. Now here gives an example. Let's read this together. Here is what Emma does to publish her writing? Skip. Emma skips the first line to leave room for the title. So she skips the first line of the page. We'll look at that later. Indent. She indents her first sentence. That means she leaves space at the beginning of her paragraph. We'll look at that too. Copy. Emma copies the rest of her corrected sentences in order. So she already has the sentences written out, but it doesn't look very good. So now she's copying it for the first time beautifully. Here is, you can see here, this is not her final draft. This is the thing that's going to help to inform her final draft. This is the one that she's going to look at to make her final draft. So it has things here like this. Look, she added a word here. She added a word, the proper spelling here. And she has different things. Yes. So this is not her published final draft, but it's one that helps her that she can look at and then write it out. So here we are. We just talked about these things. Let's look more closely at what they mean. Here's the final copy. She took her pencil and she did it very neatly. The first thing she did, right, is she, right here, she skipped this line, didn't she? She moved right down here and started writing on the next line so that she could write something here later, like a title, okay? And then she indented. Indenting, it just shows that it's the beginning of a new thought. So every paragraph has an indentation, it's called, or to indent that first line. You see, it's not here, it's not there, it's not there, not here, it's not, it's only here at the beginning of this paragraph. And she has clearly written out all the words and made it so beautiful and neat, just how it looks good. And then at the end of all that, it looks great. It looks really good. Here it says how to publish. Let's see how this looks. Read with me. So you skip the first writing line, you indent the first sentence, you copy all your corrected sentences. Yes, 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 we did that now. We've talked about that now. And then you publish it. When you publish your writing, you share it. Add a title and a drawing. So at the end, they did go up to this line that we left blank, right? We left this line blank, and now we have room to write the word delicious. See, she's writing about waffles. We'll read it now. And then they also did this really cool thing where they drew a waffle there up at the top. They had room for that because they left a line open. That's kind of cool to publish it with a picture. Let's read her story. Ready? Delicious. Waffles are yummy for breakfast. There's a period. Then a capital letter right there. They are brown with square holes. There's a period. Juicy strawberries sit on top. There's a period. Waffles smell toasty. They make a crunchy sound. Waffles are delicious. And then a big, we call it an exclamation point. When you're really excited, you make one like that. So at the end, we would say, waffles are delicious, because that exclamation point. And then publish. Share your writing. Read your description to someone. You can read it to someone. You can share it. They can look at it. They can see the picture at the top. They can see how beautifully you wrote. Then it says reflect on your writing. That means think about it. reflect. This word means to shine, you know, in a mirror or something. My hand right now is reflecting the light to you. So when we reflect on our writing, we take it in and we think about it. Emma thinks about her writing. She tells how she feels about her descriptive paragraph. Thinking about your writing. Number one, I picked this topic because. She went back and said, I picked it because I love waffles. Number two, the best thing about my writing is I use words like toasty and yummy. So she's thinking back about what was a success. Reflect. Think about your writing. On your own paper, finish the 2 sentences above. So you can stop this right now, and you can take these 2 sentences right here, and you can, number one, I picked this topic because, and then you make an answer, okay? And number two, the best thing about my writing is, and then you make an answer of your own. Go ahead and stop it now. Okay, hopefully you were able to answer those 2 questions and to fill those out as you reflect on your writing. Across the curriculum is a big word for the learning, the stuff that helps us learn about English or another language. Let's read this. You may be asked to do descriptive writing for different school subjects. So here, curriculum is referring to like all the different subjects in school. So you might be asked to do descriptive writing for math. Math with numbers, you might, how do you write about that? Well, let's take a look and see what Chaya has done. In math, Chaya describes a triangle. Her words make a picture for the reader. She also adds a drawing with labels. Let's see how she wrote a description for math about a triangle. She drew this picture. She wrote a side, a corner, and then she wrote a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. It has 3 corners. That's a way of writing a description for math. Writing in math and science. Here's science. So let's see about how you would use your descriptive writing, because now we have this new talent. We can do descriptive writing. How can we do it in science? Let's see. Carter uses his senses to describe the classroom pet in a paragraph. Oh, so Carl uses his eyes, his smell, his ears, his touch to describe in the science classroom a pet. Let's see. Oh, let's read. Look at, he drew those beautiful lizards across the top. Lizzie the lizard. See what he wrote. Our lizard has a long body and a long tail. Lizzie is an anole. She has short legs and tiny toes. Lizzie is green and brown. Her skin feels smooth. And then he made some drawings of Lizzie across the bottom. Oh, that's good. That's nice writing. He's describing the pet in the science classroom. Hey, now we're going to talk a little bit about something that is easy in one way, but it can, I hope we can talk about it and we can be clear what a pronoun is. First of all, to know what a pronoun is, you need to know what a noun is. And a noun is a person, like me, like George, a place, or a thing. A noun is a person, like George, like me, like you, a place, like here. my house. Or a thing, like rain, like a boat, like a ball, like a hand, like a thermos, like a harmonica. Those are all things. So a noun is a person, a place, or a thing, okay? So a pronoun takes the place of a noun, right? We can say the name George. George is a noun. A pronoun would be if we said he. George is bouncing up and down. George is jumping. We could also say he is jumping, right? So that's a pronoun. When we change it from the name to just a simple little word that takes the place of the noun. Let's read what they have to say about this. I'm sure that our lesson will explain it very well. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Some common pronouns are he, she, and it. And then they give some examples. Ellen wiggled the tooth. Ellen wiggled it. So they said it instead of tooth, and it works just fine. Mike had a loose tooth. He had a loose tooth. So this one they changed with Mike. Grammar practice. Choose the right pronoun for each underlined noun. So this is a little bit of a something that you can have fun with because it's like solving a riddle. Here's an example. Mom buys a tree. So mom, can you see this? Mom is underlined. So we're going to change this noun, mom, into a pronoun. What would you choose? It buys a tree or she buys a tree? Well, mom is not an it because an it is not alive. So she buys a tree. Good. Why don't you stop the video, and go ahead and do these three right here. And we'll come back and I'll answer those. Go ahead and stop it now. Okay, we're back. Let's go through this one first. Number 1, Todd helps mom plant the tree. And they have underlined Todd as the noun that we want to replace with the pronoun. Todd is a boy's name. So what would you choose? If you chose he, you were right. He helps mom plant the tree. Now we can go to number 2. Then Todd waters the tree. And they've underlined the tree as the noun, and they want to replace it with a pronoun. Would you put he or it there? Well, a tree, in English language, a tree is not a man or a woman or a girl or a boy. It's just a tree, so we say it. So if you said, then Todd waters it, you were right. Number 3, they want us to replace this noun, mom. The original sentence is mom thanks Todd for helping. And if we're going to replace mom, do we say it thanks Todd for helping or she thanks Todd for helping? Mom is a woman, and so we would say she. If you answered those correctly, congratulations. And if you did not, well, then we learned something, huh? Let's go and look at more pronouns. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Well, we know that. Molly likes grapes. She likes grapes. She takes the place of the noun Molly. So if we know who it is, we can say, oh, she likes grapes, and it's Molly. It's the same thing. How about this one? Robert peeled a banana. Robert peeled it. You can replace the banana with it. It's not a boy or a girl. We would not say Robert peeled her or Robert peeled him. We would say Robert peeled it. common pronouns. Let's say these together. Ready? I, we, her, them, it, us, me, they, she, he, his, you. These are the common words that will fill in for nouns a lot of the time. So now this last part right here, this is the last page that we're going to discuss, and it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting because these are just, it's just a good thing to talk about this when you're learning the English language. It's just a good thing to talk about this, George, because there are, what are these called again? I don't remember the word. When two words sound the exact same, and yet they mean something different, and they also are spelled differently. So we're going to look at some examples of that, and you just have to memorize this, and it's kind of fun to see it, and then to use it the next time properly to show that you do understand the difference between for and for, or here and here. Can you hear that they sound the same? For. They sound the same, but they're spelled differently. And we'll talk about a few examples of that just so that you get better at English when you're writing it. You can't do this when you're talking because they sound the same. So you can just talk. But when it comes to writing, you have to know the difference. Otherwise, people will see that you haven't done your homework with spelling these words. It's just so fun to be able to know the difference. Let's go through these. Ready? For and for. Let's read the first sentence. This snack is for my brother. He is 4 years old. So there we have, for is this one. This snack is for my brother. And he is 4 years old. And can you see the difference between the spelling? I think you can. This one, this kind of for, this snack is for my brother, is spelled differently than this one, which is the number 4. So you just have to learn the difference between writing those two. The next one, here and here. Can you tell they sound the exact same? Here and here. Let's read. I can hear music with my ears. I can hear music. Please come here. Okay? So they sound the same, but they are spelled differently. If you're listening with your ears and you hear something, that is spelled H-E-A-R. If you ask someone to come over here, that's spelled H-E-R-E. Okay? So you just have to learn that. It's so much fun to know those differences. Here comes another one. It's and its. When do we use this way? You can see it's spelled the same. And this one is spelled the same except for the apostrophe right here. That apostrophe takes the place of a letter, because if you were going to write this sentence out, this is without the conjunction. No, I'm sorry, that's called a, I'm not sure, but it is like this. It is cold outside. It is cold outside. And then we truncate those two words and it becomes its. And when we do that, we took away a letter, so we put a little something there to remember the letter, right? Like that. And with this one, the bird flaps its wings. That means the wings are on the bird, and we don't use that one with the word its, its. We only use the apostrophe when we can say it is. So if we can replace the word with it is, then we know we can put the apostrophe. So let's do the test. The bird flaps its wings. No, that doesn't make sense. It is cold outside. Oh, that does make sense. So then we use the apostrophe. And the last one that we're going to talk about is this one. Let's say the two words, no and no. They sound the same, but they mean two different things when we write them differently. Do you know my name? My name is Timothy. Do you know my name? That means, do you know it? Have you learned it? And then the next sentence, no, I don't, said Theo. No means no. It's the opposite of yes. And that's spelled N-O. So the difference between no and no, one is to know in your mind, and the other one is no, the opposite of yes. Do you know my name? K-N-O-W? No, I don't, said Theo. So they sound the same, but they are actually spelled differently. Gosh, it's raining harder. It's beautiful out here. It's time for me to say goodbye. Let me just get bigger here. George, can you say goodbye? George, can you blow out the candle? Okay, go. Be careful because you're made out of wood. Don't burn your face. Here we go. Get right in there, George. Oh, good. There you go, George. Nice work. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. This is Timothy signing off. Thank you for a good lesson. Now I'm happier, you're smarter, and the whole world is a little bit smaller.